Yusef Hamid,
Alex Schenberger, Mizari Blanchard,
Amr Hamid. Welcome to Weekly World Report.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hey, how do you like the house blend so far? Isn't it good?
Oh yeah, delicious.
Yes. Some might say it might be a little peppy.
Like peppy hair?
Yeah, see?
Save me, Yusuf, from this awful taste.
My boy, this awful taste is what keeps all true warriors awake.
I shouldn't say awful as much as it is like, flat.
For national news, recently Donald Trump called for a ban on Muslims immigrating to the United States, saying that until we are able to determine and understand this problem and the dangerous threat it poses, our country cannot be the victims of horrendous attacks by people who not believe only in jihad and have no sense of reason or respect for human life. This is where Mr. Trump not only disregards the freedom of religion, but which is why we created our nation in the first place, but confuses the tactics of jihad with Islam. Muslims who believe in jihad, aka converting with lethal force, are not true Muslims at all. A true Muslim uses peace and understanding to convert non-believers, not violence and ignorance. If you don't convert, a true Muslim will just still respect you as another human being, as they are just as peaceful as most Christians. Also, as you already saw or read online, a lot of comparisons has been made between Donald Trump and Adolf Hitler. Here are the top three that are true. Both instated segregation on a religious group, with Trump is the Muslims, with Hitler is obviously the Jews. Both are alleged Christians, and both wanted to better their country. Those are our top three that is facts about them. And to quote a World War II carpool ad, you ride alone, you ride with Hitler. And if we were to make it today, it would be, you vote Trump, you vote for Hitler. Pondering that a bit, and as we now go on to international news. For international news, we recently had an American airstrike unit killed allied Iraqi troops in a case of friendly fire in Fallujah this past Friday, an already tense alliance to combat the terrorist group ISIS or ISIL. Wow, what a difference one letter makes. They really are fooling us. The airstrike killed at least 9 Iraqi soldiers and 1 Iraqi officer. Accidents like this happen all the time in warfare. We increased the amount of accidents in recent years has been attributed to many factors, such as troop positions, weather, and miscalculated attacks can lead to friendly fires in a dynamic battlefield such as this. Along with that, there is a bunch of political issues in the Iraqi home front that could fracture on an easy alliance. Let's hope that we can keep this ally to destroy the ISIS or ISIL threat at its source. In financial news, Walmart and many other stores have a huge decline in total sales this year. Some experts say it is due to the overall clutter in the stores and the art and practice of Zen, which experienced a huge popularity increase in recent years, may have contributed to this. Does that mean that more stores will shut down due to lack of sales? Could this be the end for lower performing superstore chains? You'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we'll wait and see.
Like that one guy from Family Guy had a wait and see attitude.
Now we got wrong sounding
Muppets.
Yeah.
Waka waka, who wants to hear a funny ass joke?
Yeah, that's my specialty in parodies. Woo.
You look like Kermit the Frog. Hey, I'm getting out of here. Yay!
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. I'm just gonna...
Oh, Cookie Monster.
What cookie?
Shouldn't you be in a mental hospital somewhere?
What cookie? What?
Hey!
You guys are fucking Nazis, man! Alright, for music news, we have some somber news hit the music industry today as famed New York Philharmonic conductor Kurt Masur dies at the age of 88. He was credited with transforming the orchestra from a horde assemble to the groundbreaking orchestra it is today. Mr. Masur was conductor of the New York Philharmonic Orchestra from 1991 to 2002. He died from complications of Parkinson's disease. making the need to research the disease greater than ever before we use any more stellar individuals like Michael J. Fox. Alright, for our music recommendations. My recommendation this week is Lemon Demon. Lemon Demon is a superb indie group that has created hits such as The Ultimate Showdown, Ultimate Destiny, Bad Idea, and I've Got Some Falling to Do. Songs that have massive popularity on flashlights such as NewGrounds and Albino Black Sheep, where people made their own music videos of the songs. If you like human music, you should definitely check them out. Do you have any recommendations, Homer?
What do you mean for like flash music?
No, like music in general. Particular bands?
Alternative rock. I do like Disturbed, Finger 11, Bullet for My Valentine. There's this other band I can't think of offhand. There's also like Dream Theater.
Any particular one you want the audience to listen to? Just one?
Well, it's their choice. I'm sure they'll come across it sooner or later.
Yeah. Well, that's our music recommendations this week. We're going to go on to movie news next. And for movie news, a recent film released by Spike Lee is drawing some debate from a lot of people, particularly those in urban communities. His movie is Chirac, a film inspired by Aristophanes' Lysistrata, a Greek comedy. It has a hidden political message, as most of his films do. The message he says in here seems to be to stop the gang violence stereotype, as there are hardly any huge gangs anymore, and to address each crime on a personal level. This obviously might rustle some jimmies, as some people might misinterpret this as a racial stereotype. Regardless, it was really brave of Spike to release a film in times like these, where a lot of people are just insensitive as all fucking hell. My movie recommendation this week is the 2000 film Rat Race, starring John Cleese, Rowan Atkinson, Whoopi Goldberg, Cuba Gooding Jr., Seth Green, John Lovitz, and many other megastars in comedy. For an all-star cast, you might be worried that the script is lackluster due to so many films with a lot of stars in the cast, but you'll be pleasantly surprised because all the laughs you will find as the stars make their way in a race to get $1 million. Do you have any recommendations, Omar?
For what?
Movies?
Well, I've been watching Dragon Ball Z.
There's a show, not a movie.
They have movies in it.
Well, fine. What particular movie?
There's quite a few. I mean, I have 6 of my favorite, like The Dead Zone, Lord Slug, Super Android 13, Brawly the Legendary Super Saiyan, The History of Trunks, and Bardock the Father of Goku. Those 6, I mean, there's many others.
Yeah.
But those are my particular favorites.
Yeah.
I mean, unless if you like watching like sci-fi, I also like watching those. Sci-fi movies.
Yeah. Any particular sci-fi movie, though?
Matrix, Terminators, other various ones I can't think of offhand I've watched on Netflix. Well, I mean, there's like also like comedies.
Alright. Well, we're going to go on to television news now. Recently, the Obama administration used the power of media to raise social awareness for global climate changes. President Obama recently guest starred in a Thursday night episode of Running Wild with Bear Grylls, taking place in Alaska. We saw a more human version of the president rarely glossed over in the media. President Obama has been struggling as a father to maintain a cool persona to his daughters, as well as how the presidential term made him more claustrophobic due to tight security. This isn't the first time Bear Grylls, a former Special Forces soldier, showed a human side to a major celebrity. He has worked with Kate Hudson, Ben Stiller, and Channing Tatum before. We hope to see more of this in future Running Wild with Bear Grylls, as the media often portrays celebrities as larger than life rather than human beings. For my television recommendations is the TV show Anger Management, starring Charlie Sheen. The show, running from 2012 to 2014, is loosely based on the 2003 Adam Sandler film of the same name, and is a great testament to Charlie's expertise in comedy. I'll bet his latest scandal he will need a lot of AIDS to get out of. Regardless, if you're a fan of 2.5 Men, you should definitely check this out. Do you have any television recommendations for the audience?
What do you mean?
Or is it going to be another list?
I mean, watch what you want.
Alright. Maybe we can finally see Jack Tripper from Three's Company finally get some.
Yeah, it'd be the threesome. The threesome.
The Threesomes Company, yeah, but...
I like, it's like, how are we going to explain this to Mr. Furley with all the C men everywhere? Yeah, that's double detention. Can you imagine Mr. Furley saying that?
Triple detention.
Seaman, that's triple detention. Fuck you, Mr. Furley.
That's double detention. That's double detention. Welcome to SEO, searching for entertainment online, with me and Amr. Alright, do you have any websites you'd like to talk about? Particularly some that are just neo-geotastic.
Yeah, like NewGrounds.
Yeah. What are doinks?
Like NewGrounds.
Yeah. NewGrounds is a very fucking cool site, let me tell you. It's like been around practically since Amr's been alive, literally.
It's been around longer, technically.
It was a magazine before it was a website for Neo Geo.
That's
why it's called
like a website until like 1999.
Yeah. Would depend on who you talk to or read. It was originally a magazine for the Neo Geo system, which is why it's called NewGrounds. Can you stop moving me, please? And then, once it became NewGrounds, it started out with Teletubby Funland. And it was pretty fucking cool. You can still access the original with the link I'll put below for NewGrounds. And one of the very first flashes was Pico's School, which was an interactive game dealing with school shootings. And Nina's Interactive Suicide, which dealt with teen suicides, and Darnell's Playing with Fire, with kids playing with fire, as well as other controversial topics that brought the world at attention to the new website. Newgrounds has quite amazing flashes, like the start of the awesome series, like Awesome Trump Center, Under the Awesome, Awesome Crossing, Awesome Gaiden, Metal Gear Awesome 1 and 2, and as well as the Salafingers, the Numa Numa, the just a fucking ton of shit. The only one that really didn't originate on there was Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom, which was on Randy's solemn site. VGDC. Also nice video game director's
Would
cuts.
you shut the fuck up? I'd have some stuff to say too.
Alright.
I saw like Power Star. That's a pretty awesome series.
Yes, I like the parody, 4.5.
Yeah, it was a parody. I don't know if it was made by Danielson.
It wasn't. It was a parody. Parodies are hardly made by the original author.
Sometimes they are.
Yeah, like Johnny Utah when he made a parody of his own Tankmen series.
There's also quite a few other videos that I've watched, like, within the last couple of years. Like, I've discovered, like, different other sprite fights and stuff like that, because I find it pretty fun to watch.
Yeah. I
also like, the CNN News Report. I remember watching that,
yeah,
quite a few years ago.
By Majin Piccolo, by Pixel Dungeon.
Well, anyway, there's also other stuff that I liked watching, too. Like,
there's just so many, aren't there?
Yeah.
The best way to look at Newgrounds is like...
There's also the games.
Yeah, and the art and the music and everything else. But, the best way to look at Newgrounds is it's YouTube before YouTube was created. Because of all the shit that's on there.
YouTube's only been around since, like, 2005.
Yeah, it's only been around for 10 years. And even though I was a part of YouTube since 2005, I never made a video on YouTube until 2007. Because I thought it'd be funny. My account name is Usus7. I'm going to make a video in the year 2007. Oh, isn't that fucking funny? Isn't that fucking funny how little views I had on those videos? Oh, isn't that a scream?
There was also these other videos that I found pretty funny, too. Like the Awesome series, like he said. Like, Eager Actor is very funny.
Yeah.
I like, there's also this Bruce, too, that Yusuf discovered recently that I've gotten a few laughs in.
He reminds me a lot of me when I tell stories. Yeah, and there's also, like, Hot Diggity Demon's work, like wacky game jokes for kids, which is really funny if you ever watch it. Do you have any other closing thoughts on Newgrounds before we go on to another segment?
Oh, I remember the Mario in Spanish one is pretty funny.
Yeah,
and there's also the Dumbass series, the Mario Castle collabs.
Pretty much every Bigfoot cartoon as well as Dan Dark.
Yeah, there's some pretty funny shit there.
Alright, see you next time on SEO. And this wraps up this relatively unorthodox episode of New Report. And we hope to see you tune in next time when we hope to finish renovating the studio.
Game!
We drink.
Alright, restart when you're ready.
Alright, go.
It's recording.
Oh, right now?
I'll just cut it out. Just when you're ready. Well, no, wait. Welcome to the report. I'll say 3, 2, 1, go. And then we
Oh, alright. Welcome to Weekly World Report.
You're gonna do it again. Just
Do what again?
that so we can get ready. Let me know when you're ready and start.
Alright.
how do you like the house one so far? Isn't it good?
Oh yeah, delicious.
Yes. Some might say it might be a little peppy.
Like peppy hair.